Alright, let's be honest for a moment. Figuring men out can feel like trying to solve a puzzle when half the pieces are missing. One moment, he's making you laugh, focusing on you and looking at you like you're the only woman in the world. Then suddenly, he's acting distant, pretending like he's just being polite, and you're left sitting there wondering, wait, was that flirting, or am I imagining everything? Seriously, how hard is it for a guy to just say, hey, I like you? But no, most men won't come right out and say it. They won't walk up holding a sign that reads, I have feelings for you. Instead, they drop little clues, thinking they're being mysterious or smooth, when really, they're just confusing the situation even more. But here's the good news. Even if a man is trying to play it cool, his body and his actions will always reveal the truth. When he's trying to hide how he feels, his subconscious mind will still show signs he doesn't even realize he's giving off. And if you know what signs to notice, you'll be able to tell what's going on before he even admits it to himself. So if you've ever found yourself wondering, is he actually into me or is he just being nice? Then you're exactly where you need to be. Because we're going to talk about some behaviors guys often try to hide when they're genuinely into you. And if you see more than one of these signs, there's a pretty good chance he already has feelings. Let's start with one of the clearest signs, touch. When a man is drawn to you, he'll find reasons to be near you, but he's not going to grab your hand and say, I just love being close to you. Instead, he'll create small, casual moments of contact that seem innocent on the surface, but they're not. Have you ever noticed a guy laughing and lightly touching your arm or brushing your hand when passing something to you? How about when he holds your hand for a second longer than needed and says something like, wow, your hands are so tiny compared to mine. Yeah, that's not random. He's creating chances to feel close to you. Guys often aren't the best at talking about how they feel, so touch becomes a big way they show they care. And the more at ease he feels with you, the more you'll notice these little touches. It might be a soft nudge when he teases you, a hand on your back guiding you through a door, or his arm resting behind your chair while you sit together. He's building that physical bond piece by piece. Now here's something interesting. You can actually test this. The next time you're with a guy you think might like you, watch how many times he initiates contact. If it happens more than once, chances are he's feeling something. And remember, guys don't do this with just anyone. If he's always finding excuses to touch you and not others, that's not random, it's intentional. And you can even increase that attraction by giving a little touch back. If he bumps into you playfully, do the same. If he taps your arm while talking, touch his arm back. It's a small way to show him you're comfortable around him too. That gives him confidence and makes him feel more connected to you. Touch is a powerful way people communicate feelings. And when a guy feels something real for you, he won't be able to stop himself from creating those small physical moments, even if they seem subtle. Another thing you might notice is what happens when he looks at you. Pay close attention to his eyes. One sign that's hard to fake is when his pupils get bigger. Yes, it might sound strange, but it's true. When someone feels attracted to another person, their pupils automatically get wider. It's something our body does when we're excited, interested, or fully focused on something or someone we like. So how can you tell? The next time you're face to face with him, just glance at his eyes for a moment. Do his pupils look larger than usual? Does he look completely focused, like he's really listening to every word you say? That's a pretty strong sign he's drawn to you. The best part is that he has absolutely no control over it. It's just his body reacting. Sure, lighting does affect pupil size. If it's dark, everyone's pupils will be bigger. But if you're in a place with normal lighting and his pupils are still clearly bigger when he's looking at you, that's a clue. It means he's paying close attention, not just with his ears, but with everything he's got. There's another eye clue, strong eye contact. When a guy likes you, he'll often hold your gaze longer than usual. It's not in a creepy way, it's in a focused, thoughtful way, like he's trying to take everything in. He may glance down at your lips when you're talking. He may look at you when he thinks you're not paying attention. These are all signs that you've caught his interest. Think about it. If he's watching you when he doesn't have to, when he's not part of the conversation, or when you're not looking, that means something. He's curious about you. He wants to see how you react. What makes you smile? What makes you light up? He's noticing details because he's genuinely interested. And that brings us to another subtle sign. When he starts copying your movements without realizing it. This is called mirroring. When someone mirrors your gestures, speech patterns, or body language, it means their mind feels in sync with yours. It's a sign of deep connection. Let's say you're sitting across from him and you take a sip of your drink. A few seconds later, he takes a sip too. You shift in your seat, and a moment later, he does the same. You lean forward to say something, and without thinking, he leans in too. That's mirroring. It's like an invisible dance between you two. Psychology shows that we mirror the people we feel close to. It's something that happens naturally when there's chemistry. That's why you'll often see couples who've been together a long time start to talk or act the same. They're tuned into each other. You can even experiment with this. Change your posture slightly. Cross your arms. Rest your chin in your hand. Then wait. If he starts to adjust his body to match yours without realizing, that's a huge sign he's into you. He's syncing up with you on a deeper level. This happens in small facial expressions too. If you smile and he smiles right after, that's emotional connection. If you raise your eyebrows and he does the same, he's fully engaged. These micro expressions show that he's tuned in and connected, even if he hasn't said anything yet. Now let's talk about something playful. Teasing. When a guy really likes you, it often comes out as teasing. He'll joke with you, challenge you in a fun way, and push your buttons just a little. But it's not about being mean, it's his way of building closeness. Why do guys do this? Because teasing creates emotional tension in a light-hearted way. It makes things exciting. He might make fun of how dramatic you get when you talk about your favorite show, or joke about how you always order the same drink. These aren't insults. They're ways to create shared moments and private jokes between you two. The key is in the delivery. If he teases you but stays respectful and always smiles afterward, or checks your reaction, that's flirting. He wants to see how you respond and if you're having fun. And let's not forget, teasing is a great way to break the ice without putting everything on the line. Sometimes, teasing even comes with light physical contact. Maybe he nudges your arm while making a joke, or lightly bumps you when walking by. That combination of playful teasing and physical closeness is his way of trying to bond with you while keeping it casual. And the best way to handle this? Tease him right back, laugh with him, keep the back and forth energy alive. It shows you're enjoying the interaction, and it builds chemistry. When there's mutual teasing, shared smiles, and comfortable closeness, it's no longer just casual. It's flirting at its finest. So if you notice these little signs, extra touches, focused eyes, mirroring movements, and playful teasing, there's a good chance he's not just being friendly, his actions are saying what his words haven't. He's into you, probably more than he's letting on. I like to keep you guessing. If he jokes about how you always get caught up in conversations, you can reply with, "Yeah, but at least I'm fun enough to keep listening to." Matching his playful vibe keeps the chemistry going and shows that you're just as sharp and confident as he is. And here's the real truth. Guys don't tease women they're not into. If a man is going out of his way to joke with you in a way that makes you smile, it's because he's thinking about you, focusing on you, and trying to spark a reaction. It's his way of keeping things lively, keeping your attention, and letting you know without saying it directly that he's interested in you. So the next time a guy starts teasing you, don't just think of it as harmless fun. Pay attention to how he does it. Because most of the time, behind that grin, behind that joke, and behind that playful comment is a guy who's honestly into you. He talks about future stuff with you. When a man really likes you, he's not just stuck in the present. He'll start mentioning the future in ways that quietly include you. And No, that doesn't mean he's laying out a 5-year plan on the second date. It means the little moments, when he casually slips you into his future plans without even noticing. Maybe he says something like, "You'd totally enjoy this hiking spot I visited last summer. We should check it out." Or he might bring up a music festival a few months away and say, "That'd be fun for us to go to together." These aren't just random words. It's his way of mentally placing you in his life beyond today. Men usually don't talk about the future with women they see as temporary. If a guy is only looking for something casual, he'll keep conversations about now, like what's going on this weekend or what bar you both should try. But when he starts weaving you into his future, even just in small ways, it means he's picturing you in his life long term. And what's even more interesting is that he might not even know he's doing it. A guy's brain often separates things into boxes. If he doesn't see something going anywhere, he won't bother imagining it. But when he's genuinely into you, you just start showing up in his thoughts without him trying. He'll catch himself wondering how you'd react to something funny that happened, or what it'd be like to take you to his favorite place. Now, there's a big difference between a guy who throws out vague, "we should do that" kind of comments, and one who actually plans things. The first one might just be talking to fill space, but the one who means it will show it through his actions. If he says there's a concert and then a week later says, "Hey, I got us tickets," that means something. Or if he remembers something you once said you wanted to try and suggests doing it together, that's a sign he's not just talking. He's actually investing in you. Next, also talk about the emotional side. When a man begins thinking about a future with you, it's because you make him feel safe enough to do so. He trusts that spending more time with you and building something won't lead to pain. That's a big deal. Men don't give their emotions easily, and when they do, it shows that what they feel is deep, even if they can't admit it out loud yet. But what if a guy seems interested but never brings up the future? That might mean a few things. Maybe he's been hurt before and is being cautious, or maybe he's not in a stage of life where he's thinking long term. But if a good amount of time passes, weeks or months, and he never once includes you in future talk, even casually, it's worth asking yourself if he's just enjoying the present or if he sees something real with you. One of the best ways to see where he stands is to bring up the future yourself. You don't have to say anything heavy like marriage. Just say something light like, "That sounds like fun. We should do that." If he smiles, keeps talking about it, or starts making a plan right then, that's a great sign. But if he avoids the topic or keeps it super vague, that tells you a lot too. The truth is, guys don't always express their feelings directly. But when a man likes you, he won't just live in the moment. He'll start making room for you in his world, whether he realizes it or not. And that's one of the biggest signs that he's not just attracted to you, he's serious about you. He also becomes protective without even trying. When a man is really into you, his protective side will show up naturally, even if he's not fully aware of it. This isn't about being controlling or possessive. It's about a deep instinct to keep you safe and make sure you're okay. And here's the funny part, he probably won't even think about it. It just happens. It shows up in little ways. Maybe you're walking together and without realizing it, he moves to the side closest to traffic. Or when you're in a packed place, he gently guides you through by placing his hand on your back. He doesn't need to explain anything, his body speaks for him. He moves with instinct, placing himself between you and anything that might be a risk. And it's not just physical protection, it's emotional too. If he sees you upset, he'll want to understand why. If you mention that someone at work is being difficult, he'll want to offer help or support. Even if he's not the best with comforting words, his care will show in how he listens, how his face reacts, and how he changes his energy to match what you need. A man who doesn't care won't go out of his way to check on you. He won't ask if you got home safely. He won't pick up on your mood or try to comfort you when you're down. But a man who's emotionally invested, his body language and his actions will give him away. It also shows up in how he reacts around other people. If another guy is making you uncomfortable, he'll notice even before you